Let's take a look around the Chat GPT browser console. So what this means is I'm in the browser on my phone or on my computer, and I've gone to the web address chat.openai.com. I am logged into my account, so I'm logged in using my Google account, but you can be logged in whatever way works for you. And we're now looking at the interface where we can actually start chatting to ChatGPT. So this is what it should look like. Being the ever-friendly chatbot that it is, ChatGPT wants to know how it can help you today. So if you know what you want to say, you can start typing in this message box. This is where we type our prompts. So prompts is what you call talking to ChatGPT, because you're prompting it to do something for you. Or sometimes we actually have some suggestions from ChatGPT just to help you to know what to say. So I'm going to say, compare marketing strategies for sunglasses for Gen Z and Millennial. So you can see this is now sent this on my behalf. This is my chat, and ChatGPT has responded saying both generations value authenticity. What we can do actually when ChatGPT responds to us is we can copy it. We can say we liked it. We can say it was a bad response, or we can regenerate it. So any of those. So if I say, for example, that was a bad response, it wasn't really that helpful, and I can hit submit. And then it offers me a suggestion. Oh, I like this new answer better, so I'm going to click new answer is better. And I now have two different responses for the same question, but I can say which one I like. So I like the second one. I can also, I don't really want to provide additional feedback. I can also type my own message here. So you can type whatever you want to in here. So I might, as I run an AI company, might say, how would marketing differ for an AI company? And again, ChatGPT will start generating what it's going to say to me. And this is the conversation so far. I can give feedback as I go, or I can give feedback by writing new conversations. Be more specific, because that's what I wanted to do. Cool. So now we've kind of got to know the chat interface a little bit. One of the interesting things we also have on ChatGPT is the chats. I'm saying the word chat an awful lot. So this is like a conversation. That's how I think about it. And ChatGPT has something called a context window, which means it only remembers what you've said in that current chat. So if you see down here, I have quite a lot of chats. So this one where I was talking about writing a website blurb, this current chat that I'm having, the version of ChatGPT that I'm talking to, doesn't remember anything I've said in that chat. It only remembers what I've said here. So if you want to have a different conversation, or you want to start a new one, if you want it to always remember what you say, you can just keep talking to the same chat, and you can just make a new chat by clicking up here, and then you can say whatever you want to in this chat. So just a few other things that we've got in the chats. We've got over here where we can export the chat if maybe you want to save it or do something with it. We've got the help button down here, but also if we click on the chats, we can share the chat with someone, we can rename it, or we can delete it. And if we click here, we can archive it. So that means I can't see the chat, but I can get it in my settings, and settings are down here. And I can change the themes, so I can make it dark or light. I can see my archive chats, or I can delete everything I've done down here in the chats. So maybe I want to unarchive the chat that I just archived. Yep. And then there's some data control things if you want to read through this and see what way you want your chat history and chat data to be used. And one last quick thing I was going to show, just as a whirlwind tour of the ChatGPT interface, is this custom instructions down in the corner. So if you click on your name and then custom instructions, these are things you can set that every chat on ChatGPT will remember. So things that I want it to know about me, I want it to know I'm a developer, so it's always talking to me like I know coding. That might not be true for you, or maybe if I was writing a blog, I wouldn't want that. But there are some things you can tell it just so it can be more personalized to you. And we also have, how would you like ChatGPT to respond? And I find this one really helpful. So I am in the UK, so I'm tired of changing Z's to S's and different spelling because ChatGPT responds in American English, so I told it to write in British English. I also want it to be shorter because I can't deal with how long the responses are. But there are different things you can tell it here, which is really helpful if you're using it to create content or something like that. And you can also have it enabled for new chats or not. I hope this has been helpful. Quick overview of the ChatGPT interface.